started in London, England, and then I went to, been over to Thailand before, then to Amsterdam in Holland, where I spent the majority of my career learning with Lucien Carbin, Fight Factory Carbin for my Thai boxing and K1 days. Then the opportunity arose to go to America, and I went to Jackson's in New Mexico for a couple of years and learned with them. Ended up in Denver with some heavyweights there, worked there under, you know, with Shane Carwin and Brendan Sharp and some of the big guys there, Nate Marquardt and them kind of guys. And started to just learn the sport. You know, I was in the UFC very early and unprepared for the sport, and I really didn't know much about the sport, to be honest. I was just pretty much winging it on my stand-up career, you know. And looking back now, being more mature, when I got released from the UFC, it was a devastating blow. But as it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me at that time, because it enabled me to go back without the high-level pressure and learn the sport, and get to where I am today. Then, you know, I moved to Vegas and I worked with Robert Drysdale, Extreme Couture, and some of the guys there, Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling, for 2-3 years. And now with ONE FC, it just made more sense to be here closer in Asia. With the Asian community, I had a great gym, a great top team that looked after me. I had offers from a lot of gyms to come and train. Boyd has always treated me very well and has a good relationship with ONE FC. And right now I'm here, you know, I'm happy and I'm getting good training. I've got great coaches here. Eric's a good wrestling coach. Alavo, a good jiu-jitsu coach, and I use some of the Thai guys here, and I also have my affiliation in Holland. I use Rodney Glunder and I use them guys. So I'm pretty much trying to just piece together everything I can to make myself grow as much as possible. So it's been a very long journey, and my career's took me all over the world and had some great experiences. And I'm very blessed, to be honest, that I get to meet a lot of great people. Yeah, so I have a fight coming up in Dubai, August 29 for ONE FC. So it's my second fight for them. They're a great organisation and always treat me very well. I've got a good opponent, another undefeated fighter. My last opponent was good record. I think it was like 13-1 or something, and this guy's 10-0. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. His name is Cristiano. I think he actually trained at my team here in top team for a while. He had a lay off. He had a bad back for a couple of years. He had a bad back, but high-level jiu-jitsu guy and a dangerous fighter. So, but as always, to be honest, I train complete now. I've never felt like I know my body better than I know it, as I do now at 33 years of age. And I finally understand the sport of MMA, so I feel like this is really starting to be my prime. Which some people may, at my age, think that's not true, but I got into MMA late for my stand-up career. And now I start to feel like I can implement my strikes the way I want to, implement my ground game and my wrestling. And with some of the great coaches that I have here in Thailand, I'm very fortunate and I feel very confident for the fight. The rule set is fantastic for me personally, because it suits my nature a little bit better. I'm more of a stand-up guy, a bit more aggressive. And as a stand-up guy, the rules really suit my personality. If you make a shot and you make a mistake, if I stuff your takedown or you want to pull guard, there's a chance you're going to get a kick in the face or a knee in the head. You know, it doesn't really suit the grappler. Whereas some rules in, you know, unified rules of other organisations, they can sometimes help the wrestler or the ground guy a little bit more in certain positions because of, you know, no strikes really to the ground or head at a certain position. So I think these rules are fantastic. Brandon Vera is a veteran. You know, he's been around a long time, but I don't believe Brandon is what Brandon used to be. I think he has a tendency to be lazy. He has a gas problem. And same again, I fight anyone in this sport. I'm ONE FC for a reason. I'm here to be world champion. Anyone who signs that contract against me, now we fight. Don't talk to me on Twitter, don't message me and try and be my friend or talk shit on Twitter. I'm not interested. Sign that contract, then you'll get my attention. Tim Sylvia come on Twitter and try to call me out. Tim Sylvia's been around a long time, many years. I mean, spend less time on Twitter, more time in the gym, Tim. You know, like he's about 500 pounds last time I saw him. You know, he's a veteran, he should get himself in shape, and if he still has something to prove in the sport, then come and fight. I mean, you know, it's not hard to get fights. You're a good name, you're a good opponent, you're a good fighter. The promotion will recognise that and give you a good opponent. If they tell me I have to fight you, Tim, Brandon, Chi, I have to take the fight. It's not a problem. You know, I'm not here to pick and choose. I ask for everybody. I mean, if you look at these guys, look at the people they're fighting. They're fighting beginner guys. I'm fighting guys at 10-0, 13-1. My first two, it means the organisation has plans for me. You know, I'm not looking to fight Taiwan guy, what's his name, the heavyweight, who just fought a guy who was 1-3 and made it look bad, and then the guy thinks he's going to get a title shot. You fought a guy that's 1-3 and made it look bad and just beat him, and you think you're going to get a title shot against Chi Parry, who's done nothing in the industry either. You just fight your way through. Don't be a smart ass on Twitter and Facebook and all these silly things. Be a man. Just do your job. When the organisation says you're ready, you'll get your title shot. If they get a title shot before me, I have no problem with it. Get the belt, but as soon as I fight for that belt, I'll be getting it. I don't care who it's against. Yeah, it's a long time ago now. I was in Las Vegas and I lived there. My family come to visit. My mom, my sister, my niece. So my wife and I, we took them to Old Town Las Vegas. They wanted to go. They'd seen everything else. So okay, let's go and see it. It's not the best place in the world because of the, it's a little bit more crime, as you can know. But they wanted to go anyway. They go to one of these gift shops, souvenir shops. They want to go in and get some Vegas crap, So I was tired at this point. Wally wasn't in the mood. I'm standing at the front door, and they've all gone in. The three girls, my wife, my niece, and my mum. And there's a little argument going on inside between these two guys. And I wasn't really giving much attention. They were just shouting loud and being stupid, just making sure my family were okay. But it was packed. It's like 9 o'clock at night, and it's just rammed in the place. And as the lady comes round from the check counter to the cashier to tell them to get out, they run round to the cashier box and open the till and start getting the money. And then she runs round, he pulls a big knife on her. And like everyone's just like frozen, I guess. And I'm like, fuck it, this guy is gonna stab her. So she's screaming, and no one's doing nothing, no one's really helping. And I'm thinking, God, man, the guy's really waving this knife around in front of her, and he's just got a handful of money. So as he's coming round, he was kind of backing up towards me, and the two guys were side by side, and the girl was in the middle. And one of them was telling the other one to stab her, and they can go. So I just come up the side of him and grabbed the knife and swept him and smashed him on the floor. His face went down, head first, smashed his face. I took the knife off him and I stuck it between my legs and kneeled into his chest, and I held him by the throat. And as the guy come towards me, I grabbed the knife and said to him, like, you're gonna get it. And then he ran, so I put the knife back and I waited. And the security came, police came, and they were gonna arrest me first because they see he hit his face hard. There was a lot of blood. And once they see I said that the knife, what he was doing, they will call me. They arrested him. He was stealing like $30 or something. Like it was nothing in the show. But they were just, I think drug addicts, looking for a quick robbery or something. They had it all set up, so it's always not the first time they did it. So I just left. I didn't really think much of it. Went to go and wash my hands because the guy was a bit dirty. And I don't know what I did. I think on the way home, I think I spoke to my manager or agent or something, and I just told what happened. And the next morning, like, it was all over social media. Like, I was getting full calls, and it was crazy. I even had, I forget the celebrity TV show called me, and they wanted to come do an interview about it and this kind of thing. But it was no big deal. Just happy no one really got hurt. And I used to do security for years, so that kind of shit went on a lot in London. So it was, I'm just happy nobody got hurt. It wasn't that much of a big deal, but it blew up pretty big, I guess. Glory is an amazing show. I mean, they've done fantastic for kickboxing and K1, and they're paying very good money and making some great champions and some great things for the sport itself. So it's fantastic. They really, I think, overtook K1 on the American side and the world stature side of things. To be honest, to do justice to the sport of K1 or Glory, I would have to dedicate 6 months of stop MMA training to get my level back, and go back to Holland and train for 6 months to 10 months straight with the high level guys that I used to train with in kickboxing, and get that level back if I could. And then I would go back. I wouldn't want to go back just for the sake of going back, like some other guys have jumped in from MMA and got a Glory opportunity and jumped in and lost and just thought, oh well, I'm good enough. You're not good enough. To go back to the highest level of striking, stand-up striking in the world, give it the respect it deserves. Go back and train with the highest level guys in Holland or Thailand or wherever you think they are, and dedicate yourself to it, because MMA is completely different than K1. The combinations are different, the techniques are different, the levels are different, the distances are different. People don't understand that, and that's what the transition was for me. It took so long to go from stand-up striking to MMA. It took me probably a good, I think, nearly 5 years to get it down. And I feel now I'm just starting to get it down. like it's a completely different game to get that kind of level back. So to reverse, like it's going to take a lot. You know, there's only a couple of guys out there in the world that have been talented enough and intelligent enough to pull doing both at the same time. Alistair Overeem, Tyrone Spong, some of these guys all came from the gym that I trained at in Holland. Melvin Manouf is another guy in Holland who knows the distances very well. You know, there's only a select few. You can level high level guys that can do it. So it takes a high level of intelligence and training to do that. Do I think I can do that? I couldn't tell you. I'd be pretty arrogant to say yeah I could and be at those levels, you know, those guys. But I would definitely, if the opportunity arises, and it was striking was always my first love. You never forget your first love. So if I got the opportunity to go back and it was, I would give it the opportunity it deserved and respect and train hard 6 to 10 months to a year, and then go and have my debut in Glory, I guess. If Glory was ever even interested, who knows? To be honest, I just want to reach my potential. I mean, I have my own dreams and things that I'm chasing. And it's taken me, like I said, it's been a long road of ups and downs, win fights, lost fights, learn, not learn, you know, and distrust with people, lost friends, gained friends. It's been a really hard road, you know, for many years. And now being 33, I'm 34 this year, and I've got to have a daughter, and it changes your life, you know. Really now, my job has always been serious, but now it's a real, I have family to feed. And nothing's been more important to me than that. And as long as I can reach my potential, I feel that I can be one FC champion for sure. Whether that keeps me a one FC for the rest of my career, we'll see. If I get the opportunity to go back to the UFC, we'll cross that bridge if it ever happens. But right now, to be honest, I have one fight in mind, one goal in mind. Is every fight is prepare as best I can possibly prepare. Not get caught up in the childish bullshit of social media and other stupid things. Just get in the gym, do my work, go home to my family, and win my fight. After every time I win a fight, I'm one step closer to where I want to be and progressing forward. I really don't. I've done this before in my career. Like I wanted to go and fight K1, and you get the K1, it's like, okay, I'm here now. You know, I want to fight for the best UFC. I get the UFC, I'm there. And then, you know, it's easy to get to these companies. It's easy to make it to that level, I guess. But stay there, be a champion, hold that belt. That's the real accomplishment. You know, be a good guy along the way, and you know, be the best you can possibly be in your potential. You know, forget about everything else. And that's what I think I got caught up with too much. Is I got caught up with the fan base. I got caught up with the social media. I got caught up with who I surrounded myself with, and all these silly fake things. When really it boils down to what I got into the sport for. It wasn't for money. It wasn't for anything. It was to test myself the best I possibly could. And I'm still doing that today. 33 years old. So I want to test myself every fight I have and reach my potential. And if I reach my potential and I get that belt, great. If I reach my potential and I don't, it wasn't meant to be, was it? I have no pressure. I just have to go and do the best I can possibly do and provide for my family.